Introverted Intellect, helping you overcome shyness, social anxiety, depression, and utilizing the power of being an introvert.
Welcome to
Introverted Intellect,
a podcast for introverts.
So I was at Trader Joe's this past weekend with my girlfriend, just running some errands, and it was a insanely busy time at Trader Joe's on a Sunday at the busiest time of the day on the afternoon, and everybody's just getting ready to go and meal prep their food for the rest of the week from Trader Joe's. My girlfriend and I got our ingredients for our little homemade pizzas we were gonna make, and we come across this lady who's just super rude. She was fortunately not rude to us, but to this one lady who was trying to get by between her and me, and she made room, and the lady who was trying to get by kind of hesitated a little bit, and the lady was just like, go, just kind of demanded her just to go, and she ended up going. And then the lady says a few words under her breath, and then it comes around and goes right behind me in line. Of course, she's going to be behind my girlfriend and I, right? Moments passed, and then this old lady way up ahead, well, not too far up ahead, but up ahead where the chips were in the aisle, because this line was snaking around through different aisles because it was so long. Now this lady got a bag of chips, looks around, and was like, and got so upset. She just started saying stuff under her words, and now she's trying to sneak behind me in front of lo and behold, the lady who was super rude. And next thing you know, it was like a clash, like immediately it was just like they started cussing at each other. They started they're about to fight. This old lady starts backing away, starting to go in the back of the line, and the rude lady just starts yelling at the lady, like, the back of the line's over there, starts yelling, and they're cussing at each other. And the lady behind me just wants to fight, wants to get in a fight with the other lady. Luckily enough, somebody comes in, ushers them out to the back of the line, that old lady. And the other lady behind me just kept just talking about the situation. It just kept escalating, but then as it was diffusing, she was escalating her, fight or flight, while everyone else is kind of tense and just so emotionally charged up. Everyone's just has to hear this thing going down in the Trader Joe's, and everyone can hear it. It was a huge ordeal, and it's happening right behind me. It was crazy. And I mean, even as we were going up in line, you can still hear the old lady just cussing and just going crazy, and then you hear the lady behind me just kind of still under her breath continue to talk about what just happened by herself with no shame. It was kind of ridiculous, and I concluded with my girlfriend. We talked about it after, and we thought, man, how adolescent is it? How adolescent is it for you to come to that point where you want to throw fist? You're so emotionally charged up that you want to just fight instead of work it out with your words. It's just so adolescent, I feel, and so immature to come to that point immediately with yourself and not work things out through verbal usage, just with your words, right? And it really bothered me. It really irked me. It just was like, this is why people don't like other people. This is why we have, as introverts, we don't like going out, because we can't deal emotionally with these people around us. It's hard for us. But I can go back to my last podcast on Monday and say, hey, you need to learn to step out more and more in discomfort and work on yourself. Along those lines, we talked about that, right? But today, my specific Thursday tip has to do more with your state. Tony Robbins talks about this all the time. It's about how you manage your state. Your state determines the trajectory of how you spend your life, the rest of your day. These particular states involve your physical body and mind. when you take care of your physical body and your health, overall health, you like what's the word? Like, you significantly increase your ability to handle the stressful situations of a typical conversation if it's difficult for you. When I was in college, when I began focusing on the health of my health and my mind state, like the health of my mind and my body, that's when I became less depressed and was able to easily handle more stressful situations when it came to conversations, dealing with interviews, and meeting new people. It, like, when you feel good, things follow, right? I feel like I should have said this a long time ago and started this whole podcast series with saying that if you take care of your mind and body, you take care of your emotional state, which take care of the rest of you in your day and your life. This begins with let's say two things. Three things that I normally I focus on. When people ask me, what are the three things that you focus on, or what are not three things, but how do you manage your health? What is the secret, John? What is the secret to your to health and nutrition, John? And I just tell them three things. I say first and foremost is your sleep. When you have a good night's rest, you feel better about your day. The next day, you don't feel like crap. You think more clearly. Your muscles have rested. Your mind is rested. Everything is better in your life. You need to rest. I don't care who you are. If you can run on 4 hours of sleep, it doesn't matter. Scientifically, it's been proven. Now, I'm not a doctor, nor am I a scientist or anything like that. You can look it up, do your own research. But in my own research, and the people I follow on my podcast who have done the research say that sleep allows your brain to recycle a lot of the garbage that builds up throughout the day and allows you to be a lot more. It basically takes away all the toxins from your brain. Your brain builds up toxins throughout the day, and then when you sleep the next day, the toxins all washed out. That's how good, amazing sleep is. And it only happens in a cycle of like 7 hours or something like that, 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So I implore you guys to have a good amount of sleep for your lives, because with less sleep, you feel the depression in your bones and your soul, because you're so tired and you get cranky, you get everything emotionally like drained. It's just, your sleep is so crucial. And ever since I had better sleep, ever since I started sleeping earlier and waking up at a good time, that was like step one, and that was like a big building block of my getting through my depression and anxieties and whatnot. That's one. Two is your diet. Excuse me. Your diet, the way you eat, if you don't have any nutritious meals, if you don't get the nutrients that your body needs, then of course you're gonna feel like crap the rest of the day. You can't have start your day in morning with a donut and expect to feel good throughout the rest of the day. You start your day off with like excess amount of sugar, and then now you're destroying yourself with more foods, more sugar throughout the rest of the day. You need to begin your day with some proteins and fats, good fats, but never with any sugars, right? That's just, overall, I'm not trying to tell you what specifically to eat. I'm just saying you need to focus on having the good nutrients in your body. There's a lot out there you can research, a lot of health gurus you can talk to or connect with that will help you, right? All I'm saying is if you focus on it and make it better, you will also be better. Your body will feel better, and you will thus in turn come into a social situation feeling a lot better. Because if you aren't in the right state, then, like, for instance, your mind is influenced a lot by how your body feels as well. If your body isn't being taken care of, then obviously your mind isn't, because what you eat will affect your brain. It will. The more sugar you have, you feel a certain way because your brain is like has this excess energy that your brain still needs to work. Or for instance, if you don't eat at all for a long time, you start to feel drowsy, weak, and tired because you need the food for energy. You need the glucose. And so your brain is dying out, or not dying, but it's like it's getting weary, it's getting tired, it's not having this energy, so you don't feel good. You have to figure out, what is best for you to eat. You got to figure out what the good nutrients. Eat your veggies, eat a lot of veggies, get your good proteins in, get your good fats in, right? Try to not eat processed foods and what have you. That's what's going to help you. That's what helped me when I realized I shouldn't be eating chips and pizza every single day for lunch and dinner, right? Next up is, of course, what everybody thinks is the secret to health, but it's on my last part of the list because it's effective, but it's not as effective as the first two that I mentioned. This last one is, of course, your exercise or weight training, what have you, all encompasses in that. Exercise is so crucial because it gets your blood flowing, it gets your muscles to grow, it gets you to think more clearly, it gets you to detox your body, it gets you to sweat, it gets you to feel more stress in your body so that you can be less stressful when it comes to other situations outside of your exercise. So what am I getting on this? When I told you that story in the beginning about the Trader Joe's thing, and I'm telling you guys these three things about taking care of your mental state or your overall health with these three pillars of sleep, nutrition, exercise. I'm saying this because when you are in any kind of uncomfortable situation in your life, what will matter a lot is how you manage your state prior, how you were able to grow that ability to eat better, how you manage your so that you feel better, how you manage to feel in your state when you continue to exercise and discipline your body so that you don't feel a ton of anxiety and pressure when it happens to you, and the sleep that you have so that you can feel a lot better in your energy levels within the day. In my book, my ebook that I'm writing, or my book, whatever, if I make it to a hard copy, I mentioned managing your levels. As an introvert, as a shy person, there's only certain things you can control. You feel like you can't control the anxieties and shyness in your life, but you can control these three things, which in turn will help you throughout the rest of your life. And you gotta understand that you can't take these for granted. I know that oftentimes we want to just let these things go because we're so lazy. Like, we want to stay up late, we want to play video games late, or we want to eat that donut in the morning and afternoon and dinner, and we want to never exercise because it's so hard to get up in the morning to go exercise and run or whatever, and put on this clothes. But it all takes habit, and I encourage you, each and every one of you, to take your health seriously. We are constantly bombarded by these companies who push sugar onto us no matter what. Look at the label, see how much sugar is in there. If it's over 10 grams, think twice about eating it. Try your best to limit your sugar intake. Try your best to sleep as well as you could. Try your best to exercise as often as you can, when you can. I know people are busy out there, but you got to get into this habit. Even a little bit will help. And I'm telling you, it will help you in the social anxieties. It will help you in your shyness. It will help you with your depression. I'm saying this because it's helped me, right? And I think people miss the fact that it's psychological. Your mental health is psychological, but it also has a lot to do with how you can treat yourself. You treat yourself better through these three things, and you continue to maintain it, you will do much better for your overall brain health and your overall mind state. Okay? All right? How about that, DJ Khaled?
Another one. Hold up. Huh.
Yeah. All right. So that's all I have to say today for your Thursday tip from the Introverted Intellect by Johnny Raxa. Once again, you guys, if you guys like this podcast and if you guys like what I have to say, or if you guys want to help join this, continue this movement, I know there are other people out there who want to help you fight mental health issues, or help fight depression and whatnot. I'm here. I'm just one of those guys. I don't feel like I am unique in any particular way, other than the fact that I just know that I dealt with insecurities. I'm a short Asian introvert in an Asian race that nobody ever knows about, nobody really knew about. I wasn't super bullied because I wasn't harshly bullied, but I have been bullied. I have been left out of things. I have felt super insecure about my entire life, and I just want to be one of those people to tell you that, to help join this movement, to help people learn to be human as an introvert. I say introvert intellect because there is an intellect, there is a power that introverts have that I feel like we could totally just push out for the rest of the world and tell them, hey, like, we are quiet people, but we are powerful people. All right, we are powerful. We are superhumans, in our own way, and we're in this together, right? Right, introverts, right, shy people, right, socially anxiety. Anyways, once again, subscribe and follow me on Instagram. And I don't have a Snapchat. I have my personal one, but I don't really use it that often. Follow me on Instagram, like I said, and YouTube. I'm on YouTube too. I got a link below. Links below, and follow me on iTunes if you're listening, Stitcher or Google Play. And that's all I have to say. Leave a review, 5, 6, 7 stars, please. Whatever how many stars that you can give. And I will see you guys next week on Monday. And hopefully you have a guest with you guys soon. Thank you very much, and good day to you.
We are what you make it. You can handle your own faults, but I know that you know